Welcome back. Today we are going to do a little science experiment to determine whether or not a keto recipe is really good for you, especially when it comes to controlling your blood sugar. I'm Dr. Joanette, your longevity expert and the creator of the Longevity Switch. I'm also a cook and love to create recipes. When you go to my website, growwithdrjoanette.com, you will find literally hundreds of healthy recipes for a healthy longevity lifestyle. And I recently created a recipe for keto key lime pie. I also recently got a continuous glucose monitor that I've applied to my upper arm. This continuous glucose monitor lets me see my blood sugar levels in real time throughout the day. I'm not a diabetic and I'm not even a pre-diabetic. However, I wanted to better understand if the recipes that I am creating for you really will be helpful to you when it comes to controlling and managing your blood glucose levels. On the left, I have a piece of my keto key lime pie. You can see the ingredients for it listed here. And on the right, I have a piece of my traditional, or what was my traditional key lime pie. Again, you can see the ingredients. Note how many chemicals and additives are in the recipe on the right as well as on the left. This piece, which is 3 ounces exactly, has 2 grams of sugar. This piece on the right has 21 grams of sugar in a 3-ounce piece. I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to eat my keto piece of key lime pie, and we'll wait 2 hours because the natural course of your blood sugar after you eat a meal is that once you eat something that contains sugar, the sugar in whatever you ate is rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream, and the sugar levels in your bloodstream will begin to rise. They peak in about 1 hour. And a normal person will then return back to their baseline within 2 hours of eating something that has sugar in it. So I'm gonna eat this piece of keto key lime pie. We'll wait 2 hours, and then I'll show you the graph of how this piece of keto key lime pie changed my blood sugar. Next, after that 2 hours and my blood sugar is back to its baseline, I am going to eat the second piece of traditional key lime pie with the 21 grams of sugar. We'll then watch and see. I'll then share with you how the graph of my blood sugar changed with this piece versus this piece. So let's get started with our experiment. And I gotta say, I'm the lucky one here because I get to eat this delicious key lime pie. However, once you see the results, you may just want to go to my website, growwithdrjoanette.com. Click on the recipe for keto key lime pie. It's really simple, and make yourself a piece of keto key lime pie to enjoy. Hey, it's Mother's Day coming up. You might want to just give your mom whole keto key lime pie. Let's get eating. This pie is delicious. You might be wondering, what makes it keto? What makes it keto is that the crust is almonds and coconut instead of traditional graham crackers. Also, the filling is keto because I'm using my homemade keto condensed milk instead of the purchased sweetened condensed milk from the store. And lastly, I made a keto whipped cream that I folded into the filling to make it extra creamy, fluffy, and delicious. And lastly, I'm using allulose as my sweetener, which is a sweetener that gives the same taste as sugar, is absorbed rapidly, but then is not changed into sugar in your blood and is excreted unchanged via the kidneys, thereby not elevating your blood sugar levels. Last bite. So the continuous glucose monitor is connected to an app on your phone. If you were interested in purchasing one of these continuous glucose monitors, scroll down to the links below, and there's a link that will take you out to purchase one of these monitors and help you understand how the foods you eat will affect your blood sugar level. Right now, my blood sugar level is 98. We'll see you in 2 hours with the results, and I'll be ready by then to have another piece of, this time, the traditional key lime pie. It's 2 hours later. Let's check my continuous glucose monitor levels. As you can see from the graph, my blood sugar did not change during that course of 2 hours after I ate that piece of keto key lime pie. Now, let's see how this piece of traditional key lime pie affects my blood sugar. Remember, they both were exactly 3 ounces of key lime pie. I actually like the taste of the keto key lime pie better than the taste of this one. When you begin to eliminate ultra-processed and processed foods with lots of additives, you can begin to taste the chemicals as well as the sugars. The added sugar in them tastes way too sweet to you. And you will begin to enjoy the keto or the low carbohydrate sugar-free desserts much more than the traditional desserts with regular sugars in them. I've got to say, that was a bit of a challenge getting down that much sugar into my system. If this content was informative so far, thank you for clicking that like button as well as subscribing. Your support helps us continue to bring you these science experiments, healthy longevity recipes, as well as so much more information about how you can adopt a lifestyle and daily habits that will help you live longer and be healthier. But most importantly, it's going to help you feel so much better and have so much more energy throughout the day. I'll be back in 2 hours to see what my continuous glucose monitor says about that piece of high sugar key lime pie. It's now 2 hours later after I ate that sugar-laden piece of key lime pie. Before I ate that piece of keto key lime pie, my glucose here was 104. Then 1 hour after I ate the pie, which is when you would expect the glucose to peak, it was actually 101. It went down a little tiny bit. And at the 2 hour mark, it went down a little bit more and finished at 100. Essentially, there was no change in my glucose level from the time I ate the pie until 2 hours afterwards. Now let's compare that to the traditional key lime pie that's made with sugar. Before I ate the piece of traditional key lime pie, my glucose was 104. Then it began to rise shortly after I ate the pie until at the 1 hour point after eating the pie, it peaked at around 136. Stayed there for probably about 15-20 minutes and then began to slowly go back down. And by 2 hours after eating the pie, it was back down to 109, which was very close to my baseline that it was before I ate the pie of 100. As you can see from the graph here, how much it spiked my glucose. Impressive, right? If you want to understand better how the food you eat impacts your blood sugar levels, scroll down to the links and get a continuous glucose monitor. You can sign up for a month or several months. Use it to help you make better food choices. And also. And don't forget to go to my website at growwithdrjoanette.com. Look for the keto key lime pie recipe and make it for your family. And they will be getting a delicious, yummy dessert that's actually also very good for them. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and checking out all the content on my website. And we'll see you next time on the Dr. Joanette channel.